exactly 4 different universes. In all 4 what if universes, there's my universe, Universe B, where everything in my universe is blue and depressing, and it's miserable in my universe. Even the archangels can't be bothered to kill us off. There's no challenge to it if they're not afraid. Everything's reversed, you see. In my universe, funny story by the way, Vaggie is called Vanessa, and she is bi. Charlie's still Charlie but depressed, and them two never met, so her depression got worse. Me and my version of Silk Spider got together, and we now fight a war together that has raged on for the past 300 years. Because you see, in my universe, the angels did not get, the demons did not get to heaven. They stayed in hell and were either executed by the archangels, or the war still continued. You see, I'm trying to change that war so that never happens. In my universe, it's nothing but a dry desert of heaping of dead trees, everything is rotting and decaying, and there's no life around. And there were only 4 survivors. Me, says my dear friend Silk, who we've got together and had a child with in my timeline, and Vanessa, who is now different. In our timeline, they never got together, so they never had a thing for one another. As for Alistair and Husk and the little child, dead. They're all dead, all gone. So I'm about to change my timeline and make it for the better. If we don't go into heaven, this war will start. And if this war starts, everything we held dear to us will cease to exist. Except for the 4. Me, you, Vaggie, and Charlie will be the only 4 to survive this war. As for Satan and his wife, they'll survive. They watch over us from afar, them being higher, angels and all. But the rest of us down below will suffer and will die. Why? Because it's supposed to be mine and Silk's destiny to become together, to have a child together. But sadly, the timeline has been changed, so that now, in my future, Serpentis is with me and not Silk. It was Silk in my timeline because of the change that had died, fighting for revenge. And he died by the hands of Altino, who died shortly after by getting shot in the heart. I smashed that disgusting display box into tiny little pieces that not even he could be rebuilt. And we let the female go. We freed all the people that worked there. We let them free. They were no longer his prisoners. But I lost my friend that year. My dear friend Silk Spider died for revenge. You see, I'm trying to change this universe. If Charlie fails, then we lose. And if we lose, Silk Spider will be no more. And that's something I'm trying to prevent. I'm trying to stop the war before it begins. And if I could change this war, I can bring back all who had passed away in my timeline. In Universe C, however, everyone is all female. There are no males in my timeline. In that timeline, they've all been wiped out. And I mean everyone is a female. Female version of me, female version of Alistair, female version of, well, she's already a female to start with. And I'm saying everyone's a female. Hell, there's even a female version of Angel. There's a female of Altino. There are no male versions of anyone in there. All female. And then there's all male versions of of our counterparts. Split into two groups, of course. And then there's the Dark Universe. Oh, you don't want to go in the Dark Universe. It's every demon from themselves. Imagine the war, but a million times more worse. All the good demons don't even exist in that universe. And it's run by yours truly. That's right. In that universe, Charlie doesn't meet Vaggie to the point she becomes evil. And she becomes the queen of hell. Everything is burned down to the ground, and everyone that Charlie has ever cared for, gone. Because in this universe, all Charlie cares about is power. She's the queen of that universe, and anyone who says no to her otherwise is slayed. And it's not a very good picture for me and my friends. But the Dark Universe is a story for another time, my dear friends. And that is where Dark Alistair comes from. If he ever gets into this universe, it could be chaos. For his power does exceed ours. With our combined strength, we could not bring down Dark Alistair. He's just too powerful of a being. Hopefully that won't have to come to that, and we won't have to fight Dark Alistair. It's because of him we cease to exist in that universe. Now, will our friendship blossom, and will me and Silk Spider become good friends? I don't think so. From the way things are going between me and Silk Spider, sadly, I don't think so. But rest assured, I will do what I can to save this universe, or I will die trying. As for Sir Penceus, you won't hear from him for at least 8 months. He needs his rest. As for my black eye and broken ribs, they've healed quite nicely. True, it's a bit sore to move around with the eggs, and I have to walk around with a cane, but I move around no problem. I kind of have to be quiet in this room, because you see, my dear Sir Francis is sleeping. Resting, if you will. So no noise can be made. And if I go out to see Valtino, it's just business. As for me and Sir Silk, we are no longer going to be role-playing anymore. Why? Because the dear boy shows no affection and has put me down in every single corner. Our friendship, as he said, was going to blossom. It has not. Instead of becoming close friends, well, we're not enemies, but we're not friends. I'm so sick and tired of role-playing with him and coming up short and us turning each other away. I'm so sick and tired of him using me to get what he wants. You wanted out of the hotel? I got you out. You wanted to go on a date? I took you on a date. Now, like I said, were you grateful? No. I saved your pet pig. Were you grateful? No. Did you show me any affection? No. Were you ever there for me when I needed you? No. So as far as I'm concerned, as of right now, me and Silk Spider are over. And this time your fake crocodile tears will not be enough to move me to come back to you. You wish to be alone? Very well then. You can be alone. You wish not to hear my story? Very well then. You don't have to hear my story, because now I am done with you. I have to take care of Sir Penceus. He needs me just like I needed him. This will be the last time you hear from me. I warned you, and I said kindly, you have to at least try to bond with me, but you've chosen not to bond, so I've chosen not to care. Next time Valentino comes around and you need my help, I'm not going to help you. At all. The days of me helping you out of any sticky situation is over. As for Charlie and Baggy, I will help them any way I can, but you, Silk, you have dug in your own grave. We are finished. This is where our story ends. Sadly, I would have loved to go on adventures with you and hang out with you, but you just make no effort to hang out with me. It is pointless. You came back after 4 days of being gone, and our role-playing has gone downhill. And you say I am the problem? No, dear Silk Spider, you are the problem. I am the solution. I've been there for you for everything, and at every single corner you've put me down. Well, that ends today. I bid you adieu, my fine fellow. I'd wish you the best of luck. But I don't care anymore. I just